When the 2026 FIFA World Cup finally began, two completely different narratives emerged within the first 24 hours. One came directly from FIFA, celebrating what it described as the highest demand in World Cup history. The other came from the television cameras inside the stadium, where thousands of empty seats were clearly visible. Those two images simply don't fit together, and that contradiction has quickly become one of the biggest stories of the tournament. On the eve of the competition, FIFA President Gianni Infantino defended the tournament's ticket pricing while insisting that fan demand had reached unprecedented levels. According to him, interest in this World Cup was greater than ever before, claiming demand was 10 times higher than previous expectations. It was a bold statement designed to highlight the tournament's global appeal. Less than 24 hours later, however, the cameras inside Guadalajara told a different story. South Korea's exciting 2-1 comeback victory over the Czech Republic should have produced a packed and energetic atmosphere. Instead, viewers around the world noticed large clusters of empty red seats throughout the stadium. This wasn't one of the tournament's biggest venues either. With a capacity of around 45,600, it was among the smallest stadiums selected for the World Cup, located in one of North America's strongest football cities. That immediately raised an important question. If demand was truly at historic levels, why were so many seats left empty during one of the tournament's opening matches? FIFA officially announced an attendance of 44,985 spectators, suggesting the game was nearly sold out. On paper, that sounded impressive, but the television broadcast painted a noticeably different picture. Large sections of vacant seats could be seen throughout the stadium, creating a clear mismatch between the official attendance figure and what millions of viewers witnessed with their own eyes. Even more surprising was where those empty seats were located. The biggest gaps weren't hidden in the cheapest upper sections. Many were found in premium VIP areas closest to the pitch, where ticket prices reportedly reached around $400. Ironically, the most expensive seats appeared to be the least occupied. That detail shifted the conversation away from fan interest and toward affordability. For the first time in World Cup history, FIFA introduced dynamic ticket pricing. Instead of fixed prices, ticket costs increased depending on demand, following a system commonly used by airlines and major concert organizers. Tickets initially advertised for around $60 gradually climbed to approximately $140 before the tournament even began. The resale market became even more expensive. FIFA's official resale platform, particularly in the United States and Canada where resale price limits were not enforced, featured eye-catching prices. Reports showed tickets for the United States versus Paraguay selling for more than $2,700, while one final ticket was reportedly listed at over $143,000 earlier this year. Supporters groups had warned for months that this pricing strategy would make the World Cup inaccessible for many ordinary fans. Football Supporters Europe described the prices as excessive and estimated that ticket costs were roughly 5 times higher than those seen during the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. At the same time, reports suggested that approximately 180,000 tickets across the tournament remained unsold. That figure appeared difficult to reconcile with FIFA's repeated claims of record-breaking demand. If interest was truly unprecedented, why were so many seats still available? As those numbers became public, speculation naturally followed. Some fans questioned whether unsold tickets were quietly being placed onto resale platforms in an effort to improve attendance. While no official evidence confirmed those claims, many observers felt the situation simply didn't add up. Financially, FIFA appeared to be enjoying its most successful World Cup ever, reporting record ticket sales and increasing tournament revenue. Yet the images of empty premium sections created a public relations challenge that financial figures alone could not erase. The concern grows even larger when looking ahead. Guadalajara is one of the smallest venues in the tournament. Most remaining stadiums are significantly bigger, with several capable of holding more than 80,000 spectators. Filling those massive venues consistently will present an even greater challenge. Mexico's opening match naturally attracted a packed stadium thanks to passionate home support, but host nation games rarely provide the true test of ticket demand. The real challenge comes during neutral fixtures featuring teams with smaller traveling fan bases. If a stadium holding around 45,000 spectators couldn't appear completely full, questions naturally arise about what viewers may see over the coming weeks inside much larger venues. Ticket pricing wasn't the only issue attracting criticism during the tournament's opening days. Mandatory water breaks, introduced regardless of weather conditions, also frustrated some fans and coaches. United States manager Mauricio Pochettino publicly questioned the policy, arguing that such interruptions are unnecessary when temperatures are comfortable. Within just 48 hours, the conversation surrounding the World Cup had shifted. Instead of focusing entirely on football, debates centered on ticket affordability, stadium attendance, and whether the tournament was truly matching the image FIFA had presented before kickoff. Ultimately, official press releases won't decide the public's opinion. The cameras will. Every match broadcast over the next 6 weeks will reveal whether stadiums reflect the extraordinary demand FIFA has claimed, or whether rising ticket prices have created a gap between football's global popularity and the supporters who can actually afford to attend. So what do you think? Are the empty seats simply isolated incidents, or are they an early warning sign of a much bigger problem? Share your thoughts in the comments below.